Well, good afternoon and welcome back to Go Race Promotions here on Twitch. My name is Matt Nimbers, or Spectre, as some of you know me, and it is time for another night of racing. Tonight we are bringing you round number 3 of the GT Club Ford Focus Supercup from Portimao. Currently riding on board with, looks like a newcomer to the series, Mayunia. I hope I've pronounced that name correctly. I'm going to mess that name up so much tonight. But anyway, geez, we've got a great night of racing lined up for you tonight. Just looking at the championship points at the moment. So Matt Double currently on top with adjusted points. He leads Dravelmir and Daniel Sakluna, Steve Juro and Mashiro Arasaka rounding out the top 5 so far after just 2 rounds. We have still got a few rounds to go. We obviously at Algarve, but then we have Hope, Korea and Aragon as well coming up soon. Geez, what can we talk about? We talk about this track for a start, the Portimao circuit, and Mayuna will give us a bit of a lap around the circuit. Track I've got a little bit of experience with. I've raced here several times in GT3s and just about any open wheeler I can around the circuit. So anyway, we got a nice long front straight that brings us into turn number 1. Hard on the brakes, get up onto that curb, use all the extra space, probably not that much. Through turn 2, now into turn 3. Slow it down, you've got to get the car rotated here. Now we'll see a lot of different styles coming out of turn 3 with drivers using all the exit space, but some will track sacrifice. Out of turn number 4, and now another little break before we head into another heavy braking zone. This turn 5 hairpin. This one a little bit banked, so you can use that to your advantage. Up through the gears, we're going to get up to about 4th gear, I'd say, maybe 5th. And before this double right-hander, this is actually a very difficult corner because you've got to try and slow the car down and then get it rotated all at the same time. Then we go over that little jump there. We've seen plenty of crashes there in MotoGP and World Superbikes, just from how light the front ends get there. Another one of these tight, well, sort of open but tightens corners over a crest as well. That makes it very difficult, easy to lock a brake before we head into the 3rd last corner. Another little hairpin before we head up towards the 2nd last corner. The track falls away here greatly, so expect to see a lot of understeer. And then we come up to this extremely fast, extremely long right-hander. Feather the throttle, patience, patience, patience. Get it straight to the firewall as you fire down the front straight, and that is 1 lap of Portimao. And Mayuna will go to the top with that time, actually, 1:36.470. So Mayuna looking like as if he's a bit serious tonight. But that's what we enjoy seeing. We love seeing a few new faces come in, and you just don't know what they're going to do and whether they're going to be super quick or not. Oh, look, we have... God, I've missed these chatbots, I have to say. Let's see. Let's get rid of you, Slazify. You can go away. Just ignore that little chat box there. Do not click any links. Whatever you do, do not click those links. It's not good. It's not good. Anyway, I suppose we better have a look at the rest of the field. Justin ReadyX, as ever, looking really strong tonight at 36.496 so far in practice. ReadyX looking very comfortable around here. He's done a lot of laps around here. I believe he competed in our TCX race here when we had GT3 and V8 supercars running around at the same time. That was quite fun. Surely it's real. Nigerian Prince is buying me gold. No, he is not. Don't believe that, Piper. Good to see Justin at the top. He's a very consistent driver, even though he has got the reputation of being our eternal dark horse. We've also got Arasaka, our round 2 winner. He was absolutely in dominating form last time out at Circuit de Buenos Aires. And tonight he's looking like as though he's going to be pretty strong tonight with a 36.689. It's good enough for third fastest in the session. We also have Steve Juro out there as ever, the club captain. He is looking quite quick tonight as well with a 36.715. Matt Double, he's back after missing round number 2. And he's looking to capitalise, maybe pick up a few points, although he is our championship leader at the moment. We also have Lieutenant Lama rounding out the top 5, but geez, look at those times. As you get further down the field, the times just get tighter and tighter and tighter. In fact, less than a second is actually covering the top 9, actually top 10 once Mina joins the server. Oh, I see Drubomir has also joined the server. Let's take you to the track actually, instead of seeing my face. So as we continue to watch Lieutenant Lama, he gets it a little bit wrong through that double right-hander. That's what I'm saying. That corner is actually very blind on approach. Very difficult to get the braking right. Very difficult to get the turn-in point right. That's probably one of the more important parts. Getting the turn-in point right on this track. As you can see, even that second last corner, it's tight, but then it opens up. So if you apex too early, you're going to cost yourself a chance to rotate the car. You'll run wide, lose time, lose drive out of turn, second last corner, sorry. And if you apex too late, you just leave yourself open for attack as Lieutenant Lama goes to the top of the timesheets with a 36.303. That's going to make qualifying very interesting. As we see, Miuna rejoins the server. Also, shout out to a few people who have given us a lovely, lovely follow off stream. Pretty certain Old Man Parksy and Ferrex36 have followed us off stream. Selragus, Nesmo R31, J-Mads, and Miss Intoxic Hated. Thank you very much for the follows. We're creeping ever closer to that 400 follower mark. And it'd be absolutely awesome if we can make that milestone. So really make sure you smash the follow button. Hell, hit the subscribe button as well, because we've only got 5 subscribers. Give us some subscribers, give us some love, please. Pretty please. Just kidding, you don't have to. Would be nice if you did, but you don't have to. If you did, you get access to our emotes. We have a few emotes. Anyway, continue following Lieutenant Lama as he looks to... It's not going to set a blinder of a lap this time, although he does manage to get a little bit quicker through the final corner. We'll quickly jump over to Ryan Norwich, who's actually jumped up into second, and he brings that already tight gap even closer. So this track, I think, is going to produce a lot of really close and fair racing as we count down the clock to free practice, and then we move off into the qualifying session. Few drivers I'm sort of keeping my eye on as well. I think as Norwich crosses the line, he doesn't quite go fast at that time of 40.122. I want to keep an eye on this guy here, Chris Niparis. He's actually given me, he's actually requested that I say this on stream. But I think this is actually a really good thing to say, because it gives you at home a bit of an idea of what these cars are like to drive. So his description of these Ford Focuses is these cars are what happens when a Ford Focus watches Conan the Barbarian too many times, gets body dysmorphia, and starts taking steroids. Make of that what you will. I don't really know if that really conveys how these cars actually drive. Because I think Chris Niparis has run out of fuel. he has definitely run out of fuel. So Chris Nipris at it again, running out of fuel. He has made a habit of that on this server, as Arasaka goes to the top with the first 135, which means I'm going to have to change my predictor. We'll get the prediction for qualifying pole time happening in a second. We'll try and bring you someone else on track that I want to keep an eye on tonight. Lee Walker, he is out there tonight, and he's looking reasonably competitive at 37.048. That puts him just a whisker off of Chris Nipris and Matt Double. So definitely keep an eye on Lee Walker. He may actually get the tag of Dark Horse yet. He's very, very quick driver, very, very clean driver, very consistent as well, which is always the mark of a strong driver. As we count down the final 40 seconds for practice, we might actually have a quick look a little bit further down the field, because we have another newcomer into the series, and that is Bradley. I don't have a first name, don't have a second name. I'm assuming that Bradley is just his only name. So he's running this magnificent looking Rockstar energy drink Ford Focus. He's currently down in 11th place, a couple of seconds off the pace, but I don't know how much time he has spent practicing in these cars, but they do take a little bit just to get your head around. So I'm not really too surprised that Bradley is down, as checkered flag comes out. We've had Norwich, ReadyX, Arasaka, Juro, Double, and Nipris all crossing the line as we wait for Bradley to round the final two corners. He's currently being chased by Angry Oldfella. Angry Oldfella is looking a little bit more competitive. He's slowly getting closer to the front, guys. And, yeah, that's what I love seeing. I love seeing people improve slowly but surely. I do love seeing it. As Miyuna goes into the 35s as well. So we will get our predictor started. Right now, I'll give you 2 minutes to try and make a decision. What pole time are we going to see tonight? Are we going to see a 1:35.5, or is it going to be over 1:35.5? I'll let you guys make a prediction, earn some channel points, some fancy little go races. Don't know what else you can use them for, but you can use them to really get a little bit more invested in the action, shall we say. So let's have a look at the results for practice. Masahiro Arasaka as ever on top. He's looking to continue his dominating run from Circuit de Buenos Aires. He goes top with a 1:35.726. We then have Meuna joining him in second, the only other driver in the 35s with 35.918. Justin ReadyX in third, 36.214. Then we have Lieutenant Lama in fourth, Ryan Norwich in fifth. Time's pretty tight from third down to fifth. 2 tenths separating those guys. Then we have Steve Juro, the club captain, Matt Double in seventh, Chris Nipris in eighth, Lee Walker ninth, and Dravelmere getting into the top 10 in the last few seconds of practice. Over the page we have got Bradley and Angry Oldfella. Corey Williams not setting a time. So 13 drivers set to take centre stage for tonight. Got a few people unfortunately absent tonight, but that's okay. It looks like we've got a fairly decent field, as we still have about 10 seconds for you to get your predictions in for qualifying. A lot of people think that quite a few people believing that a sub 35.5 is the way to go. So that's going to be interesting. Anyway, we are going to have to jump out of the server for now. Let's swap back to my face so you got something reasonably okay to look at. Geez, it's going to be really, really tough to pick a winner tonight between Miyuna and Arasaka. So, yeah, I'm actually looking forward to tonight's racing. Don't know about you guys at home. But, actually, while we are waiting, I may as well send you the link to the GT Club Discord so you can actually get involved in this series and whatever other series they have coming up. I know that they are looking at a WEC series. I'll have a quick look at what else they've got going, but just give me 2 seconds. There's a Discord link for you, so get in and have a look at what they've got coming up. Let's see, upcoming series. So, just having a quick look. So, currently we are in the Ford Focus Supercup. They have got a TA2 Trans Am series coming up. That's going to be really cool to watch. GT2, ARC GT, GTE Challenge, and then DRF GT Class 1, which is basically DTM and Super GT cars. So, yeah, definitely get on board with GT Club. They've got some pretty cool series coming up. Hand over to you guys at home. Who are you liking so far? Anyone that you particularly want me to keep an eye on? And this will be the part that the Norwich Fan Club goes absolutely ballistic. I can see a couple of them are already in the chat. Oh, I've opened up Steam for some reason. Why did I do that? Go away. Yep, there we go. All right, on cue, Rav. Norwich. Yep, fair enough. Also, a quick reminder to everyone, tomorrow night we have got the Shitbox Rallycross titles on. So, hang on a second. Let me just bring up our little promo. There we go. So, Shitbox Rallycross night, that is tomorrow night. We're on Wreckfest. It will be an open server, and it's going to be broadcast here on Go Race Twitch. So, keep an eye on that tomorrow night. Server name is right there in front of you. So, yeah, come and have some fun. 15 races, all finishing up with a King of the Hill race. Derby. So, it's going to be a lot of fun. That'll be live tomorrow night at 7:30. So, definitely hit the follow button so you get the notification and you don't miss a second of the action. That is pretty well all I've got to promote there. We're having a little bit of a break in streaming for a little while because we've just got nothing on at the moment. Basically, tomorrow night will probably be the last stream that we do. We don't have AK Racing on Sunday night. They're warming up for the V8 Supercar Series. I am really, really looking forward to that one as well. Certainly a strong field already built up there. If I can just find the grid. Discord cannot die on me. That'd be great. Okay, actually, it looks like we have got a server up for GT Club. So we'll quickly jump back into the server and bring you the qualifying session. So let's join in right now. Hopefully we haven't missed the start of qualifying. But we'll try and bring up the AK Racing V8 Supercar grid as soon as I find it. Okay, so just looking at the grid, we have got Cooper Roundtree, Matty Richards, Tyler Craig, our usual partner in crime in the commentary box. Haven't been able to get him tonight, but that's okay. I'm sure he's he is very busy out there. So as we get set to start qualifying, let's bring back the full screen while we wait for the session to go green, probably in about 15 seconds. Anyway, running through the grid for V8 Supercar. So we've got Matt Cotter as ever, Eaton, Brian Norridge, Ches, Blake T, Marsden, Ross, Hughes, Hallett, Ferguson, Matt Double is having a run as well as Arisaka heads out of pit lane. Just a reminder, if this is your first time joining the series, these guys have got no tyre blankets. They are also running a fixed setup, so definitely no testing except for tyre pressures, brake bias, and electronic settings. So now, hang on a second. I want to bring something up. I'm gonna really pick on this guy. Okay, Justin ReadyX. He has bet 200 go races on a sub at 135.5. Now, I don't know that I should allow this bet because he is currently on circuit, as you can see. There is a conflict of interest. Definitely a conflict of interest. Okay. Hopefully he's not getting distracted by me there. Be a shame if he didn't it. Well, anyway, the first man on track is Masahiro Arisaka. He has got nothing but clear air in front of him. Ryan Norwich and Steve Juro just behind him. We have a few drivers that are just leaving pit lane a little bit later. Piper, let him throw them away. Yeah, I can see what you're doing there, Ben. 10 go races from you for a 135.5 plus. Anyway, let's ride on board with Masahiro. I wonder if he'll get upset if I call him Mashiro-san. So he really gets onto the AstroTurf, grabs a little bit of grass as well on his way down the main straight. Can't see his top speed. Let's see if we can't get a bit of a look. No, can't get his top speed. Ah, what a shame. Tips it in through turn 1 and turn 2, turn 3. Picture perfect from the Japanese driver. It's a little bit of understeer as he goes over the crest and just runs a little bit wide onto the AstroTurf. Let's see where he picks up the brakes. Probably about 150 metres away from the corner itself. A little bit of oversteer. That might hurt him. We'll quickly bring up our sectors, but we won't have any sectors this lap anyway. As Nishiro tips it in. Oh, had to have a little hesitation. Oh, grabs the curb. Loses a little bit of time there. Norwich looming in the rear vision camera there. Just see at the top of your screen. Now into this double right-hander. It's a tricky corner to get right just because of that blind entry and how the track elevation changes. Oh, a little bit of a rear brake lock up. Just see how aggressive Mashiro-san is. So he fires it out of the second last corner. Going to try and maximise the entry space as much as he can through the final corner. Runs it wide, stays on the exit curb. So obviously track limits is, that's the point of track limits. We'll see if Mashiro-san can breach that 135.5. He goes to 135.9. That puts him at top for now. Ryan Norwich, he doesn't set a time. Unfortunately, I think he may have exceeded track limits. Matt Double goes into second. Steve Juro fourth now. ReadyX into second. Dravelmere fifth. And Mayuna up into pole position provisionally. 135.7. Lama into third with a 136.3. So Mayuna on the top of the timesheet for now. Nipris moves into sixth with a 137.1. That's a good banker for Nipris as we continue to watch these sectors. Matt Double being the only one really going... Actually, no, sorry, Matt Double is going pretty quickly. He's only 0.033 off of Mayuna's time. Lama actually setting up purple first sector. He's got a little bit of traffic ahead of him, so we'll keep an eye on that. But let's focus on Matt Double as I think he's got Steve Juro just ahead of him. Grabs the curb on the left-hander on the approach to this double right-hand. Oh, big slide. That's going to hurt him. See what his sector 2 time is. Should be coming up to the second sector any second now. He angles it in deep. I think that's going to hurt him as well. Another little twitch on the entry to the second last corner. Gets a nice clean exit. In fact, he has lost almost a second to Mayuna. And now he runs very wide. So he's maybe just using this lap to set himself up. Norwich now into 4th. So Ryan Norwich sets a 136.5. That's good enough for 4th. He immediately gets displaced by Justin Rediex with a 136.3. No one really improving on their times apart from Norwich and Rediex, although Norwich didn't really set a time with track limits, killing him on that first lap. Corey Williams, he sets a 138.1. That puts him into 11th. No one else really going faster at this stage. 7.5 minutes left to go in this session. Now Rediex actually, sector 1. He is fastest by 2/10. That is a purple sector. That is what you want to see when you are in a qualifying session. Although Mayuna immediately over a quarter of a second faster than his own time. So that will put him just 0.05 of a second faster than Rediex at this stage. But we'll see if Rediex can put together a strong middle sector. Then we'll check in on Mayuna. Mayunia. I don't know how to pronounce that name. I'm really sorry if I'm butchering that. Rediex now fires it into the hairpin. Gets it pulled up nicely. See if he's managed to improve. Do we see another purple box appear? No, it's a green box. It's going to be a personal improvement. He's only down by 1/100th of a second to Mayuna, so a good clean run out of the final corner. Fires it down the main straight. What can he stop the clock at? It's looking like a 35.7 according to the predictor, and it is a 35.7, so second driver to get very close to that 35.5 mark. Dravelmere, 36.4, that puts him up into 5th. Mayuna, he's going half a second faster. This is going to be quick. It's a 35.108. That is moving. So, Mayuna, he has thrown the gauntlet down. I mean, keep in mind that he has got no ballast on that car. Whereas everyone else really does have a lot of ballast, so I think we may have a little bit of a runaway driver tonight again, sadly. But, well, qualifying is one thing, racing is another thing, as Mayunia, someone please tell me how to pronounce this name, because it's going to drive me nuts for the entirety of this stream. So, Mayunia, that's the best I can do. He's actually going to return to pit lane. Chris Nipris is on for a personal improvement as he tips it into this double right-hander. Only driver really improving apart from Bradley down in 12th. We'll check in with Bradley in a little bit. We'll jump on board with Chris Nipris. He's got Lieutenant Lama just ahead of him. Drives it in hard into the second last corner. We'll see if he gets a bit of a slipstream down this front straight. That might be what he's aiming for with Lieutenant Lama just ahead of him. Carries the throttle really long into the final corner. We'll see what he can set his time at as the clock counts up to 35, 36. He does improve, goes up to 7th. So Chris Nipris is slowly getting to grips with this car. That the way he describes them as a car on steroids. Anyway, we'll check in with Matt Double because he's also improving. He's half a second slower than Mania. Mania? Oh yeah, Mania. Yeah, I can see that. Thank you, Rav. I appreciate that. So Double is currently down in 9th place, our championship leader, and his main antagonist Dravelmere up in 5th. Oh, big wheel spin. Gets up onto that curb. That's going to hurt him this lap. So he tips it into this hairpin, runs a little bit wide. Misses the apex ever so slightly, but he runs it wide. It's an interesting line that we're seeing from Double. We're seeing everyone else really track sacrificing. coming out of that little hairpin, but Double is letting it run all the way out to the edge of the circuit. It is hurting him, and he has bailed out of that lap. Return to pit lane. Now, we've got Angry Oldfella is actually improving. Runs very wide, though. I think that's going to be track limits for Angry. But we'll check in with Bradley as he's about to enter the final sector. He's on for an improvement. Looks like a 38.4. We'll see what he can get down to around this final corner. Lets it run out very wide. Now full throttle. Personal best for Dravelmere, 36.310. That keeps him in 6th. Bradley will cross the line, a 38.444. Oh, Juro, he's actually improving as well. He's down by a 10th on Mania. Oh, big slide. That's going to end that attempt. Here we go. Dravelmere 2/10 down. He's improving. And he runs very wide. That I think he's going to have to bail out of that lap and go again. We've got less than 2 minutes left on the clock. And he runs very wide in the appropriately named Jim's track limits forward focus. How's the irony? Lee Walker's also on a good lap, as is Bradley again. He's setting green boxes everywhere. So for those of you sitting at home wondering what the hell I'm talking about, on the left-hand side you'll see that tower. If you're seeing green numbers, that means it's a personal best. Purple, session best. And if it's yellow, no improvement for that driver in that sector. As we watch Drav tip it into the final corner. And fire it down the front straight. Manea actually improving again. He's up by a 100th of a second on his own time. Dravelmere not improving on his own lap speed. Redix trying to keep Manea honest, but check in with Manea now. He's only a little bit off his own personal best. Gets good drive down the hill. Down the second waterfall section of this circuit. And now he tips it into this hairpin. Ooh, that looked like a little bit of oversteer on entry for Manea. Ooh, running the track limits there. He looks like he might even dip into the 34s, I reckon. I don't think he's going to do it this lap, and he runs very wide. That's got to be close to track limits at least. And I don't think he's going to improve. It's going to be, I have to say, it's going to be super consistent though. As Manea crosses the line. In fact, it is an improvement for Manea as he gets the checkered flag, a 35.075. So not bad. Not bad for Manea on his debut. We'll check in with Lee Walker. He's improving. Haven't got a predicted time for Lee just yet. He slides it into the second last corner. Matt Double actually improves with a 36.151. And he goes up into 5th. He's most importantly ahead of his rival Dravelmere. And Lee Walker, he's not going to improve this lap, I don't think. In fact, he's bailing out of it. Just behind him, Chris Nipris is looking like as though he will improve. And he does improve, displacing Norwich down into 9th place. So Chris Nipris gets into a 36.5. Keep an eye on him. During racing, he usually is a little bit better. Justin ReadyX has bailed out of that lap. We're going to return to pit lane and wrap up this qualifying session. So Manea on debut, absolutely annihilating the fields by 6/10. This is Mashiro's son stuff from round 2. Justin ReadyX in 2nd. Well, at least Justin got some channel points for his efforts. He will start on the front row next to Manea. Mashiro San and Lieutenant Lama off of row 2. Then we have Matt Double and Steve Juro off of row 3. Dravelmere and Chris Nipris off of row 4. Ryan Norwich and Lee Walker off of row 5 and rounding out our top 10. Over the page, we've got Corey Williams and Bradley off of the 6th row. And then we have Angry Old Fella off of row 7 by himself. But this is something I really want to point out. Have a look at Mania's BOP. So, well, everyone's on 45%, but it's the ballast on the left-hand side there. Nashiro-san on 30 kilos, Lieutenant Lama on 21, Matt Double on 60 kilos, Steve Juro on 35, Dravmir on 50, Chris Nipris with 0 kilos of ballast, Ryan Norwich on 18, and Lee Walker on 25. So Mania really has a huge advantage tonight over some of the quicker guys. And just a reminder, that ballast is determined by your position in the series. So that wraps up qualifying. Hello to Aussie Motorsport League. Glad to see you back tonight again. Good to see some return viewers as always. So we're gonna jump out of the server. Let's bring up our face cam again. So, anyone really surprised tonight? I mean, apart from Mania, is there anyone that you're particularly surprised by? I mean, for me, Justin Redx, our perpetual dark horse, he is on the front row again. Definitely keep an eye on him. Oh, something we really need to start is a new prediction. Are we going to have a clean turn 1? Give you 2 minutes to make a decision there. Rav, is this Mania's debut? Yes, it is. I believe he only joined the server a couple of weeks ago, actually. Let's just have a look. New members. I'm going to say that's him on the 2nd of the 1st. Or 1st of the 2nd. Yeah, 1st of the 2nd. My bad. Oh, Ryan Ford had to sit this one out. Ah, well, mate. That's okay. You'll at least you'll drop 0 points with your drop your worst round thing. So that's always nice. Also, welcome to the GT Club Discord, Captain Wrecked. Porch 13, Rhino, always clean in GT Club. Yes, they've been very well behaved recently. It's usually turn 2 that everyone has problems. But turn 1 at Portimao is a little bit sketchy, especially when the field is screaming in on cold tyres. So keep that in mind. Cold tyres, no tyre warmers. Yeah, I wonder if any of these guys have actually done a race simulation. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. So we're just waiting for the race server to go live. Oh, wow, we've got some big spenders with points. There we go. Geez, 1,500 points and 230. Not a lot of faith in a clean turn 1 with JT Club. That's very interesting. So Yeti Bacon, 230. Yeah, you got faith. That's good. And we have 2 people that said no. Rav with almost 1,300 go races. Jeez, where's the faith, Rav? Where's the faith? So I think tonight it is going to be a bit of a repeat of Buenos Aires with just how Mania is just so much quicker than the rest of the field. I mean, having 0 kilos of ballast, that is going to help. That is definitely going to help his chances tonight. But I think further back in the field, I'm a little bit surprised that Mashiro-san is not on the front row alongside Mania. Although he has now got a lot of ballast on that car too. So I think it is going to be a very close race for second. We saw that in practice that everyone was pretty clumped up together with the times. So hopefully we see a lot of clean racing. Anyway, I need to finish going through the field for the AK Racing V8 Supercars. Let's see. So we got down to Ferguson, Matt Double. Looks like Matt Munro, I think. It's either Matt Munro or Chris Munro. How's that? That's Peter Reid, the reigning champion. Claimed that championship on the final round, on the final lap, because unfortunately for Matt Cotter, he blew up the engine with a little bit of a mistake downshifting. We also have a server up, so let's jump in. Anyway, we also have Rain, Strinsos, Daniel Broomley, Daniel Sacluna. Chris Munro's in there. Okay, so we got both the Munro brothers again. Anderson, Knight, Newman, Wu, Scott Cortum. Good to see him back. Ben Wiley. That's another new name by the looks of things. Van der Hum, the Huminator, back at it again. Then we have Simmons, Cahill, and Albertsma. Now that is a pretty decent field for V8 Supercars. Now let's get our drone camera ready, as we have 2 minutes 30 left on the clock. How come they have to change the server? Good question, Aussie. I think that's just how Steve likes to run things. So, club captain Steve Juro. Just quickly focus in on him. The number 9 Ford racing car. I think that's just how he likes to run things. Yeti Bacon, I don't know. Steve is a very, very clean driver. I have never had an issue with him. So I don't know what you're talking about there, as we have our drivers flashing their headlights. I presume that a few of these guys got the stream up next to them. Now I'll have to shoot Steve a question about that, because that's interesting. Anyway, let's get set for a start with a minute to go. Oh, I get it, Yeti. Okay, yep, understood. I understood, yep. He cost you all your points. I remember that. Oh, that reminds me, I need to bring you back to full screen rather than that tiny little screen. So 30 seconds to go. We're going to have a clean turn 1. I trust these guys. They are very sensible. Seconds. All right, let's get excited, ladies and gentlemen, out there in Twitch land. As the lights have come up on our screens, the revs are built, and the lights begin to flash up. We have 6 lights on, 6 lights out. We are away racing. It's a bad start from Lieutenant Lama. He bogged down big time. It is a very good start from Manea. And I think that is ReadyX who is sending it up the inside. Oh, we got 1 car off. That is Matt Double. We got 2 cars off. That is semi-clean. Oh, no, we got 2 cars off the track. That's Lee Walker. And is that car number 2? That's Ryan Norwich. So, I don't know how to call that one. That is fairly touch and go with the Yeah, with the cleanness there. As Arasaka, Mashiro's son, has taken the lead. A great start from Mashiro. So Manea, after taking the initial hole shot, he's been caught and passed by Mashiro's son. Oh, Dravelmere running wide there. Chris Nipris has had a great start. He's up to 5th, and he is pushing Dravelmere. It's Juro now into 6th. I'm going to call that a clean turn 1. As we watch Juro try to chase down Chris Nipris. Nipris having a great drive in this early stage of this race. Arasaka's son, he has sort of started to pull away a little bit. We'll get a new prediction happening soon with in this 40-minute race. Hang on a second. This will make it very interesting. I cannot type for anything. We'll look at that a little bit later because we've still got some action happening with Mashiro-san holding off Manea. Oh, look at that in the background. Chris Nipris has gone right around the outside of Dravelmere. I'm going to have to take a look at that in replay. But Chris Nipris having the drive of his life at the moment. He is going to be really happy with this. As we look at the back of him, oh, Drav almost gives him a little nudge. But Nipris, he manages to capitalise on that and open up a little bit of a gap as they make their way up the hill. Now Dravelmere is going to be vulnerable to Juro. Juro's actually dropped off the back of Drav, actually. As Drav running in very deep and, well, exceeding track limits a little bit on entry. We'll see if Nipris can close the gap onto ReadyX ahead of him. But we'll jump back to our leaders with Mashiro-san holding off Manea once again as they head down the waterfall one more time. You can see the field streaking down the hill. That is beautiful sight to see. So we're going to make this very interesting. We're going to make this interesting because we still got a mandatory pit stop in this race. I am going to pick on. I'm going to pick on these two guys. They're not going to like this, maybe, but it's going to be interesting to see how these two go. Because, they weren't too far off each other on times. But who's going to be higher at 50% race distance? Is it going to be this man here, Angry Old Fella, in the number 55? Or is it going to be this man here, Bradley, in the number 21 Rockstar car? Now, those two were very close on times. They're reasonably inexperienced, so mistakes are going to come into play, but race strategy as well. So make your pick there. It's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see what you guys think. Anyway, well, we've got a pass here, Juro and Dravelmere. This is exactly what Chris Nipris wants. Look at this battle for 5th place. It's stretching all the way down to, actually, down to Ryan Norridge in 11th place, as he's trying to recover after a bad start at just after turn 1. Now Juro has got his man finally, and Matt Double is looking up the inside of Dravelmere as we head up towards the double right-hander. Will Juro go for a send? He doesn't. He holds off for now. Goes for the better drive out of the double right and down the waterfall. He's going to go for a move. Here we go. Here's the send from Matt Double. That is a beautiful send, but Drav holds it around the outside. And Drav runs a little bit deep now. These two guys are our championship protagonists at the moment. Nothing between them in points. And just holding station behind them is Lieutenant Lama, an angry old fella, actually. And, whoa! Okay, Lama just jumped up through the field there. Not quite, but he's there. He's still there. As Double continues to try and prod and pry a move on Dravelmere. So Double now, you can hear him short shifting. This race is looking really good. This is all for 5th place. Juro's just starting to skip away a little bit. Oh, look at this in the background. Angry Old Fella is having the drive of his life. He is loving life. He is keeping up with the likes of Steve Juro in the group ahead. He's holding off Corey Williams and Ryan Norwich just behind Williams. So this is a great performance so far from Angry Old Fella. And while we'll check in on our leaders because they're sort of holding station with each other. Mania, I think, he is just learning all he can from Mashiro-san. As they tip it into the second last corner. So we see that Mashiro is just a little bit stronger on corner exit in comparison to Loic. So his first name is so much easier to pronounce. Loic. Oh, I don't know. Mania. There we go. Mania. There we go. Like it. Oh, here we go. Mania now. He's looking up the inside. He gets the slipstream. I think that was a rehearsal there for Mania. I think it is Loic. Just thinking Loic Duval, the rally car driver, as Mania actually sets the fastest lap of the race. Lee Walker setting a purple time as well. Now, here we go. Mania now. He's got a good run on Mashiro-san. Let's see if he pulls out. No, he's happy to sit there. This is smart driving, I think, from Mania. He's not too eager to get into a battle at such an early stage of the race, like the drivers behind him are. We see Juro and Dravelmir still nose to tail, and now Lama. He's now trying to get a move done on Matt Double. He's trying around the wrong side. He has to back out of it. Gets over the curve, a little bit too greedy there. And he just loses a little bit of time. Now down the first waterfall and into this double right-hander. Oh, Juro and Dravelmir have actually caught up to Chris Nipris, so Nipris must have made a mistake somewhere. As now we see Norwich, he's gone for a bit of a send on Corey Williams, and Williams just deciding to sidestep and let him have that position. This will bring Lee Walker back into it as well. As they tip it into the second last corner, Ryan Norwich trying to recover as much as he can. It is a reverse grid top 10, so Ryan Norwich is in a good position for race number 2, which is only 20 minutes long, as our pit window has now opened. 21 minutes for these guys to make their pit stop. Quickly going to check on this battle. This is for 4th place. Nipris, Juro and Dravelmir. They're all nose to tail. There's the Mobil 1 Racing Kaiser Autosports Focus. Fires it down a little short shoot towards the hairpin. I'll tell you what. Oh no, Angry Old Fella. Has he binned it somewhere? I don't know where he's made a mistake. I think he may have made a mistake at turn 1 or 2. Just a little bit too much curb at 2 can spit you off the track. He'll be very frustrated, but this brings him back to Bradley. So I think if you bet on Bradley, you're probably cheering and screaming at your screen right now. I can almost hear you. Oh, Mania's actually made the move. So just as I was saying that Mania might be a bit happy to just sit there and just learn where Arasaka is stronger and weaker than him. Mania has just absolutely blown that theory out of the water, and he now takes the lead of this race with 30 minutes to run in this race. And we still have a pit stop to make. Tell you what, RedX is not too far from these guys if they do come a cropper. Less than 3 seconds between RedX and Arasaka. But he's got to be aware that Chris Nipris is now less than a second behind him. And he's dragging Juro and Dravelmir with him. That battle between Double and Lama is still raging as Chris Nipris sets a purple time for himself. But fast lap of the race, Mania at 36.185. So Mania just starting to stretch the legs on the number 23 Ford Focus. As Arasaka doing everything he can to try and keep up, but it is a huge ask. This 23 Focus is not carrying any ballast whatsoever. Arasaka, he is carrying a little bit of ballast himself, so it is a tall order for Arasaka to match the red hot pace of Mania. at least in this part of the race. So maybe Arasaka just trying to settle into a rhythm, look after his tyres, maybe push that that pit stop a little bit further back as we get close to half race distance, 9 minutes left. Chris Nipris actually killing it. Yes, he is, and he's actually closing in on ReadyX. So could we see a podium for the number 61? Let's check in on him. He's looking good for now. I think this track is actually agreeing with him. Maybe that golf with friends last night helped him out. Who knows? Doubt. Oh. Continue to watch Chris Nipris. He's actually pulled away a little bit from Juro and Dravelmere. I think Juro probably... Oh, insert curse now. Yeah, right. Yeah, in fact, I'm going to stop... Oh, hang on. What's going on here? Mania has made a mistake, and he has now dropped back into second place. So has he run in a little bit too deep at turn 1? Oh, man. So Mania now drops back behind Arasaka with 28 minutes left on the clock. 18 minutes left to do the tyre changes. Oh, Dravelmere has actually got ahead of Juro, but this has allowed Matt Double to fire it up the inside at the hairpin. Juro's going to try and follow him through. No, they're still going to be side by side as they head up towards the double right hand versus the double right hand as they touch. Double sideways, and he pulls that off. Oh, what a moment. He saved the bin. Dravelmere, he's not going to be too happy with Dravelmere there. There was a touch. Racing incident. I'm going to call it as a racing incident as an observer. I think Double just sort of closed the door a little bit on Dravelmere. Dravelmere was there. But, well, no harm, no foul. They're both still pointing in the right direction. As this has helped Chris Nipris. Nipris is probably looking in that rear vision camera and going, oh, yes, boys, keep fighting. I just want to get away from you guys. As, oh, we have a good little battle brewing here. Angry Old Fella and Corey Williams. This is a brilliant showing from Angry Old Fella. New to the series, new to the Discord. And he is having the race of his life. He is up to 11th. He is battling people. He has got to be high on confidence right now, as he has to try and hold off Corey Williams. As Williams now, he's closing in, tucks into the slipstream. He pulls out, heading into turn 1. He thinks better of it. Still a lot of time left for Corey Williams. Angry Old Fella on track to be slightly less angry, but slightly older. Oh. Well, we can at least fix one thing, I suppose. Oh, FYI, Chris Nipris has his door shut to prevent any cat sittings. So for those of you who have no idea what we're talking about, last race at Circuit de Buenos Aires, Chris Nipris had his door open and one of his pet cats decided to come running in and ran across his keyboard. Anyway, we're going to check in with this little battle here. Well, actually, it's a huge battle because Steve Juro is still holding off Matt Double. Matt Double with a big slide on the exit of the double right-hander down the waterfall. Lost him a little bit of time as they tip it through the downhill right-hander. And in fact, Double has got ahead of Steve Juro. I've missed that. I looked at chat and looked back, and all of a sudden, Matt Double is ahead of Steve Juro. So maybe someone fill me in on what just happened there. And tell you what, Ryan Norwich is flying at the moment. Or he runs a bit wide. He's got to be careful. Got to be careful. These guys are running real penalty, and it will ping you if you exceed track limits. So Norwich has got to keep that in mind. He's probably used a few of them, as I reckon Lama has just tripped the track limits there as well, as Norwich tips it into the hairpin. Fires it out of the hairpin. Angry Old Fella, he is up to 10th now, so this is pretty good showing for Old Fella. And he's on track to actually earn a few people some Go Racer points. That's good. That's good for a few of you out there. So now we've got this beautiful four-way battle. This is all for 6th place. Nipris seems to have settled into a rhythm. He's dropping pace on Justin Rediex. But the battle for first is starting to tighten up with Mania now closing in on the back of Arasaka once more. Arasaka not getting a great run out of the final corner. Here comes Mania. He is now in the slipstream. Arasaka is going to force him to go the long way around into turn number 1. Mania's going to try it anyway. It's going to be send to the centre if he gets it done. He gets it done, Mania! Oh, what a move! That is a proper send. Oh, loving it. He sent that registered and express post. Brilliant stuff from Loic Mania. Arasaka, to his credit, he did everything he could, but just not enough. And I'll tell you what, this is actually bringing Rediex into the battle. Rediex, he was 2 seconds off this battle. He is now less than 1.5 seconds now, almost less than a second. This is going to be great, and Nipris is actually going with him. So we could have a 4-way battle for the lead, although Mania is already starting to stretch that gap. It's up to over half a second already. In fact, it's going up over 7/10. So now Loic, he just has to settle into a rhythm. As he runs it wide there, gets a little bit of a slide. That might help Arasaka close in on the back of him. Oh, Arasaka very wide there. Watch the track limits, boys. Don't want to get a penalty as we see a good battle here. We got Lama and Norwich. Lama sticking around the outside of Norwich. And he's going to park it on the inside here. He saw the switchback coming from Norwich and he just parks it on the apex. This is helping Juro. Juro's going to be happy to see this in his rear vision mirror. As Norwich, a big send. That was a really good send from Ryan Norwich. Textbook stuff. Kept the pressure on Lama. Lama's made a mistake, and that has allowed Norwich through. We have the first of our pitters, Mania, into pit lane. So this is the first of our pit stop. We'll see how long it takes for these drivers to transit down pit lane, assuming that Mania has a very clean stop. Brings it to a stop. That is perfect. Perfect stop for Mania. Gets it on the marks. We also have Double and Lama into pit lane as well. Lights up the tyres and out of pit lane right now. 34.4 seconds for Loic Mania. This hands the lead to Mashiro-san. We'll see how long it takes Matt Double. So 35.4 and then a 36.1 for Lieutenant Lama. So not the best stops for Lama and Double. A little bit off of the times for Mania. Maybe they just didn't quite get it stopped in the box on the marks as well as what Mania did. And Lama on cold tyres. So that's something that these guys have got to keep in mind. As you see how much Lama is struggling at the moment for grip. Got to wait for those tyres to warm up as we have 40 seconds left. Angry Old Fella up in 7th. Bradley in 10th. I think Angry Old Fella is going to earn himself some new fans in chat. Let's see. Angry Old Fella, he got the most amount of points bet on him. The least amount of votes or bets put on him. So, well, Angry, prepare to earn yourself some new fans in about 13 seconds. Ooh, that's very wide for Angry. As we see Lee Walker go into pit lane, and Angry Old Fella earn some points for a few people. Playing big. Got to play big to win, Benny. We'll get a new predictor up as soon as we can, as we continue to watch this. Watch this battle now. Steve Juro and Ryan Norwich. We'll pick on someone else in a few seconds. So, who can I pick on? Who can I pick on? Someone give me some names. Give me some names. First two names I will pick on. Juro and Drav. Okay, there we go. That was easy. So Steve Juro and Dravelmir. Who's going to finish higher between those two at the end of this race? Got 2 minutes. Have a think about it. So Steve Juro, our man on camera, and currently Dravelmir a little bit further up the road. So get your bets in. As, Arasaka into pit lane, and Chris Nipris will be going into pit lane with him. Now, Arasaka has got to get a perfect stop, less than 34 seconds if he wants to get ahead of Manea, who's down in 9th place. We'll see where Manea is. He's coming around. He's coming around the second last corner. This is going to be close between these two. But Arasaka will have to remember he is on cold tyres. In fact, we've got the whole field pretty well pitting now. Dravelmir, Nipris, Juro, Oldfella, and Corey Williams. Ryan Norwich now into second. Now, that is a good stop from Mashiro-san. He's going to be ahead of Manea, but he is on stone cold tyres. We'll see if Manea makes this pass easy. Gets it slowed down. Arasaka. He is playing it smart. He's putting the car in the right spots, but he won't be able to hold off Manea for long as Manea gets up the inside. But this has been a good stop for Mashiro-san. He is now on the back of Manea. These tyres don't take long to warm up. Boy, we have got a lot of points being bet on Drav. Big slide there from Manea. He's got to be careful of that. As these guys now streak away. Manea really pushing the... Oh no, Lieutenant Lama, a retirement. What happened there? Maybe an unfortunate disconnect, perhaps. The dreaded DC. Have we got an emote for that? No, we don't. Oh yeah, I got nothing for that. So Ryan Norwich now into pit lane. Justin Rediex, our current leader, he is playing the long game at this stage. See where he pits and where he comes out. Now he is essentially racing Chris Nipris, the number 61, currently in 4th place, and he's only 5 seconds off the back of Mashiro-san. As Norwich and Double are actually having a good battle. Actually, Norwich has just come out of pit lane. He's just ahead of Steve Juro. Juro should make pretty easy. Oh, that was very tight between Juro and Norwich. So Norwich waiting for those tyres to warm up before he can properly attack. Now the question is, when is this man going to jump into pit lane? As he rounds the final corner. Flames firing out the back of the Focus. In fact, he is going into pit lane right now. And I do not believe he is going to hang on to the... Well, he won't hang on to the lead. It's going to be tight between himself and Chris Nipris, I can tell you right now. As he trundles down pit lane, we know that it takes on average 34 to 36 seconds. And the gap between Rediex and Nipris is about 36 seconds. So it's going to be very tight. Very tight between Nipris and Rediex. Manea has opened up a 2.5 second gap over Mashiro-san. Dravelmir is 2 seconds off the back of Nipris, and he's sort of holding the gap. In fact, Rediex, he's had a really good stop at 35.3. On cold tyres though. And Nipris is nowhere near him actually. So Nipris must have made a mistake. 37.7, and he has got Dravelmir catching him as well. So Dravelmir in the gym's track limits. He is closing in on the back of him. Oh, very deep for Drav. That's going to cost him on the exit. One thing we know about Chris Nicholas on this channel, especially me, since I raced him for so many years in karting, what Chris really excels at is corner exit. He's very good on corner exit. So if you enter in a corner too fast and you hurt your exit, you're not going to catch him. Now, Arasaka's had a bit of a second wind here. He's got the gap down to under 2.5 seconds now. See if he can close in and make the race for the lead very interesting. We've also got a little battle brewing down at the bottom of the top 10. Lee Walker and Angry Oldfella. I wonder if Angry Oldfella is going to play it smart, because he's going to be off pole position if he holds this position. Although then again, if he gets ninth, he gets the bragging rights and he still gets the front row start. Well, he gets a little bit greedy with the curves. He's just got to try and settle down now. As we learnt on Tuesday night, thank you to Naptic for the saying, have faith in your pace. Ben Pub, also a good point. He will know how to make the Focus the size of a Thunderbird and still keep pace. Yes, that is the most irritating thing about Chris Nicholas. We've got a good battle here between Angry Oldfella and Lee Walker. And Angry is doing a fantastic job. Walker runs in a little bit too deep at turn number 3. This might be a chance for Angry as he fires it around the outside. He's going to be on the wrong side of the track as we head into the hairpin. Is he going to be, who's going to be last of the late breakers? Angry Oldfella sends it in. Lee Walker wants to argue on the inside. Who gets the better drive? I think Angry, they're still side by side as they make their way up towards the hill. And Angry Oldfella just concedes for now. But I'll tell you what, Angry is having a brilliant performance tonight. This is the best we've seen from him all season long. He has got to be happy with himself. He's had a struggle section of late as he gets his head around this car. We've also got a battle down in 7th and 8th between Juro and Norwich. Oh no, Bradley has binned it. No way. Oh, poor Bradley. He was having a good show in the Rockstar on his first appearance. Arasaka, 1.3 off the lead. Thank you, Ruka. Ruka, I think I should have you in commentary, honestly. You're doing a very good job keeping me honest with what's going on track. Neg. Okay, never mind. Dravomir also has the gap down to within a second on Chris Nicholas. So this is the battle for 4th. These guys aren't really making any inroads on Justin Reddyx. Oh, look at Drav. He absolutely sends it in. That was a huge yeet for Dravomir. And that hurt his exit speed slightly. Ruka the spotter. Yep. That's your new role on this channel, Ruka. The spotter. As Dravomir gets the car turned in a little bit better than Nicholas, as Angry Oldfella and Lee Walker are side by side. No, this time Angry has got his man and he moves into 9th position. This will be a massive confidence booster for the Angry Oldfella. I don't know his real name though, but Angry is driving brilliantly. We're going to check it. Keep an eye on that one if you can, Ruka. Oh, we have a good battle brewing now between our leaders. So Mania, for some reason, he has lost pace in the second half of this race. As he now has Mashiro-san closing in on the back of him. Mashiro just on the edge of the slipstream. Got to try and... I really wish I could have 2 cameras on at the same time. Just saying. So helpful. As anyway, Mania now, he's under pressure. Mashiro-san has closed that gap down. Oh, Nia runs wide. He had to get out of the throttle. This will give Mashiro a bit more encouragement. He shows the nose. Just moving around in the mirror. Just keeping Mania's mind on the mirrors instead of what's going on in front of him and where his braking markers are. We can see that battle between Nicholas and Dravomir flash by as they head into the hairpin. The first hairpin. Now up the hill we go and to the first waterfall. Arasaka is looking racy with 9 minutes to go. Was this all part of the plan for Masahiro Arasaka? As he closes in again. Jump on board now with Masahiro. Are they allowed to tweak pressure? Yes, they are. Tyre pressures, electronics and brake bias is the only thing you are allowed to change on these cars in this series. As we see Manea get a really bad exit out of the second last corner, and this will give Masahiro-san a good chance up the inside. He will actually take the lead on the final corner, but I think Manea, without that ballast, he should have a little bit more pace down the front straight. And in fact, Manea is going to try and put it around the outside. No, he can't. The trick worked once on Masahiro. It doesn't work this time. Now Manea, he's trying to line up a send, but Masahiro has taken the lead with 8 minutes left to go. This is sort of helping ReadyX as well, as ReadyX gets the gap down between himself and our leading pair to under 2 seconds. In fact, ReadyX is actually closing in on the back of Manea now. So this is going to be a good show for the last few minutes of this race. Lee Walker and Corey Williams are having a great battle with Angry Oldfellow as well. Norwich has dropped off the back of Juro. ReadyX Dark Horse, yeah. Well, there's a reason he has that perpetual name. As now we also see a battle here, Dravilmir and Nipris. So Drav is all over the back of Chris Nipris, and the pressure is on the number 61. Here comes a big send for Dravilmir, and Nipris is not going to let him have it that easy. That's for sure. And now we're going to see some masterclass driving in defensive racing from Chris Nipris, as Dravilmir gets a good exit, but he can't use it to get up the inside of Nipris. Now watch the drive that Nipris gets. Now over the curb, going into the final corner. Tips it in. Oh. Nipris gets good run out of the final corner. Oh, he's got to be careful. He has got to be careful. He's getting close to track limits again. We have seen track limits ruin people's races in the past. Oh, Nipris runs not as aggressive as what Dravilmir is into turn number 1. Dravilmir looking around the outside. So Dravilmir is trying every unorthodox tricks he knows, as Nipris gets a little bit greedy with the curve. That might give Dravilmir a chance down this little short chute towards the first hairpin. He's tucked into the slipstream. He's not close enough this lap. They tip it through the hairpin. Oh, big wheel spin for Dravilmir. Nipris nice and tidy on the exit. Manages to pull out a gap a little again. These two guys, they actually have a lot of respect for each other. They trust each other. They know that no one's going to do anything silly. Dravilmir is thinking about a sandy. Oh, Nipris is awake to it though. He covers it off nicely. That focus needs its track width checked. Like a bus. Well, we won't be seeing any buses tomorrow night in the Wreckfest server. So Nipris is just going to have to make do with this little Ford Focus. Oh, he runs wide again. He's got to be careful. Track limits. I'm going to say that over and over and over. But this has been a phenomenal drive from Chris Nipris so far, as the gap between our leaders is now closed up again. Arasaka and Manea. ReadyX holding station about 1.5 seconds behind our two leaders, as we have 5 minutes left in this race. We jump on board with Loic Manea as we head into the hairpin. Oh, he closes right up. Oh, big slide on the exit for Arasaka. Dravilmir and Nipris are closed up again. Are we going to see a send? Manea, he is thinking about it. You can just see the stamp. It's getting licked as we speak. He's just got to put it on the envelope now. Oh, I thought that was it there for Manea. He thought about the move. He thought about it. This is bringing ReadyX even closer to these guys. ReadyX will be loving this. We'll jump on board with him because he has got the best seat in the house for this. Steve Juro has actually closed in on the back of Matt Double as well. Oh, look at Manea. He was absolutely trying to pry open that door from Arasaka. But Arasaka's got it closed tight. As we exit out of the final corner one more time. Manea now tucked into the slipstream. He's got a good run down the front straight. Here he comes. He's going for the send. No, he thinks better of it. 3.5 minutes left to go in this race. He's got Manea has got plenty of time. But this has been a phenomenal race from our leaders. Manea gets a little bit of wheel spin. That's hurt him. ReadyX now, he's within a second of Manea now. Oh, this is brilliant stuff. Arasaka, still your leader. Manea giving chase. And Justin ReadyX just holding station and just waiting for anything to happen. We have the battle for between Nipris and Dravelmir for 4th and 5th. Matt Double and Steve Juro battling away for 6th. In fact, they're going side by side, going into the just before the hill and the first waterfall. Oh, Juro sideways again, and that will cost him time. He drops away from Double now. And we also got a great battle here between Lee Walker, Corey Williams, and Angry Oldfella. Angry Oldfella, he is loving life at the moment. He is loving this track. He's going to want to move to Portimao. You watch. Back to our leaders as we are getting close to the start of the final lap. We're probably going to get this lap and the next one. Indeed, we will. 37.1 for Manea, plays a 37.3 and a 36.7 from Justin ReadyX. ReadyX is the fastest of these three. Are we going to see our dark horse get on top of the podium? I tell you what, ReadyX is looking a lot more comfortable than Manea and Arasaka. The pressure, the blowtorch from Manea is all over the back of Mashiro-san's Focus. They tip it into the first double right. Arasaka looking strong. He's looking stable again. He's reset. He's refocused. Look out the back of Mashiro's car now. So tip it down the second waterfall. Oh, little bit of a slide for Manea. That is correct. Justin ReadyX did pit late. Thank you, Ron. Looks like the battle between Nipris and Dravelmir has settled down. So as I say that, Dravelmir closes right up onto the back of Nipris. Juro has closed in on the back of of Double again as we now enter the final lap of this race. Here comes Loic Manea. He is closed right in. He pulls out of the slipstream into turn number 1. He hasn't got the confidence on the brakes. Where is Manea going to do it? It is the last lap of the race. Closes right in on the back. That sort of balks him. Can't quite get the exit he wants. This is bringing ReadyX even closer to him. Was that a rehearsal for Manea? Oh, he runs it in very deep. ReadyX now, he's in a great position. He may even take second here. So, Loic Manea, can he do it? It's tucked into the slipstream again as they make their way up the hill towards the double right-hander. Are we going to see a send? Where is the send going to happen? they fly down the second waterfall. A little bit untidy for Mania. That costs him a little bit of time on Arasaka. It brings Rediax even closer. This is the closest finish we have seen for the lead of a race. As they head into the second last corner, Rediax shows the nose to Mania. And it does look as though Mashiro-san has done enough as he comes around the final corner. I think he has. Mashiro Arasaka, a brilliant drive. He will cross the line and take the win in race number 1 tonight. Log Mania in second place, Justin Rediax in third. We're going to wait 11 seconds for Chris Nipris and Dravelmere to finish their race. Now Chris Nipris, he'll be happy with fourth. He's going to be over the moon. And we got a little battle. Matt Double, he'll hold off Steve Juro for 6th. Ryan Norridge will come home in 8th. Angry Old Fella, he's tipping it through the last corner as we speak. This has been a great drive from this guy. He has struggled the last 2 rounds getting his head around this car, but it looks like he has finally found a rhythm. He has finally found pace, and he will come home in 9th after a great battle with Lee Walker and Corey Williams home in 10th and 11th. Lee Walker will get pole position for race number 2. But there is our winner, Mashiro Arasaka. We're also going to wait for Bradley to come home. He's had a character building race. Let me just get rid of that Twitch bot. The Ethot bot from chat. We wait for Bradley to come home. Pace not too bad. Best lap 37.5. He's on for a 38.7, so that's not too bad. As Bradley will come home across the line now. Let's wrap up race number 1 before we get set for the second race of the night. In fact, Bradley's going to send it and give us a bit of a burnout. Thank you, Bradley. A bit of a dirt out. Anyway, Mashiro Arasaka holds off Log Mania for the race win, and Justin Rediax finishing strong in third. Chris Nipris with a season best of 4th. He finishes just ahead of Dravelmere. Matt Double in 6th. Steve Juro 7th. Ryan Norridge 8th. Angry Old Fella, great drive from him in 9th place. Lee Walker in 10th. That will be pole position for race number 2. Over the page we have got Corey Williams. And then we have Bradley, the man on screen, giving us a good show. And then Lieutenant Lama. Unfortunately, a disconnect absolutely punished him this race. So let's jump out of the server. Oh, we have to hand a prediction. So basically everyone went Dravelmere, and basically everyone was correct. There you go. There you go. And then we will start a new prediction straight away. Well, we have a clean turn 1 for race number 2. Reverse grid top 10. That is going to be very, very exciting to watch going into turn 1. Geez, Lieutenant Lama, he had a bit of a shocker. A shocking start for Lieutenant Lama. It looked like he actually stalled it on the grid, and that hurt him big time. Then a disconnect. So, bit of a nightmare race for Lama. Geez, driver of the race. Who are we going to give that one to, chat? That was really close. It was very clean racing. It was, yeah, just absolutely wonderful to watch. We saw a lot of great racing up and down the field. A lot of names that certainly surprised. Got a first nomination there of Nipris. Yep, yeah, I'm happy to sort of give him driver of the race for race number 1. Mania. I think Mania is a good contender as well for driver of the race in race 1. And himself and Mashiro-san, that was absolutely brilliant racing in between those two. Justin Rediax, our forever dark horse, coming home in 3rd. Whew! What a race! What a race! Nipris or JR. Yeah. Yeah, that's so we got 3 for Nipris, 1 for Justin. I mean, Nipris again, as we know, he made that focus about the size of a bus. I think he made it the size of a B double parked sideways, and he managed to hold off Dravelmere, and that is not easy to do. I just want to make everyone clear how hard it is to keep Dravelmere from passing you. He is a very good driver. He is very, I don't want to say aggressive. He's just very methodical with how he makes his passes. Fastest F-150 I've ever seen. Must have been Nipris's exit speed. Yep. Well, again, as we said earlier, he is very strong on corner exit. He lacks a little bit on entry. He's not as aggressive as some other people, but he is good on exit. And I guess that is the cost, I suppose. Anyway, while we're waiting, we just a reminder that tomorrow night, if you have got Wreckfest, get on this. The Shitbox Rallycross edition number 2. That will be live stream here tomorrow night. Server opens at 7:30. I believe it is open server, no password. Group Class C cars only, because Class C cars are awesome. Yeah, 15 races with a King of the Hill to wrap up the night. I'm looking forward to it. I hope everyone is very excited to be a part of it. Just jump on in, join us. Don't be shy. Do not be shy. And while we are waiting again, let's try and find where's that GT Club link? Is that gone? Oh man, could have sworn I had a link for GT Club somewhere in chat. Oh, server's up. I will bring you the GT Club server as soon as I can. Discord, I should say. Anyway, let's join the server. Okay, let's see. So if you want to get involved in what you just saw then, get onto that and join their Discord, because they've got a lot coming up in the future. So just a quick brief overview of their upcoming series. So they've got TA2 lined up. They've got GT2 Evos, Arc GT, which it looks like they've got the Audi, the ballistic Audi IMSA car, and the Chevrolet, or the Pontiac Firebird, I believe. I don't know. They've got GTE Challenge lined up, and then they've got Class 1, which is basically Super GT and DTM all on the track at once. So GT 500 from Super GT and the ballistic DTM cars as ever. And then they also, I believe that is it actually. But yeah, get involved, be a part of a great community, as we have got 1:20 to go. So let's get our drone cam into position, and then we'll run through the starting order for race number 1. So Lee Walker is your pole sitter ahead of Angry Old Fella. Ryan Norridge in 3rd, Steve Juro 4th, Matt Double 5th. Dravelmere and Chris Nipris, they are line astern again. Justin Redix will start out of 8th, and then off the 5th row of the grid, our top 2 from race 1, Loic Mania and Bashiro Arasaka. Over the page, we then have Corey Williams, Bradley, and Lieutenant Lama. Keep an eye on Lieutenant Lama. He is definitely out of position. So, yeah. Anyway, let's bring up the track. And then we will get set for a start. Get rid of that overview thing. So, we've had the prediction. Now, this is interesting. 93% have said it's going to be a clean one, and 7%, which is Ruka. Ruka has voted with 200 go races for a not unclean turn 1. Anyway, let's find out, because we've got 10 seconds before race number 2 starts. 20 minutes, no mandatory pit stop. Our lights are starting to light up We have got 6 lights on. 6 lights off, we are away and racing. It is a strong start from Lee Walker. He actually gets a blinder of a start. He has taken off. He has shown them a clean set of heels as they make their way down the hill towards turn number 1. Are we going to have a clean turn 1? Looks like everyone's behaving themselves. A little touch there between Nipris and I think that was ReadyX. They're going 3 wide, going through turn 1. There's Lieutenant Lama up the inside of a Juro-san. And I think Loic Mineo has been forced out a little bit wide. And they get through turn 2 nice and clean. So that is a brilliant start to this race. Lee Walker taking the whole shot ahead of Angry Oldfella, but Oldfella under attack from Norwich early. Nipris, what a scent! He is going up the inside. He's turned Dravelmere around. And Dravelmere trying to turn it around. He's just kept the boot into it. So Nipris readdressing that instantly. Did we have a clean turn 1? Yes, we did. Geez. That was a bit untidy from Nipris. I think he knows he's stuffed up there. So a strong race number 1 for Chris Nipris, and he has bottled it straight away. In fact, I'm going to give that a single win. So anyway, Lee Walker now leads the way ahead of Ryan Norwich. He's got Angry Oldfella just behind in 3rd, then a little bit of a gap between Oldfella and Justin ReadyX. And then we have double Nashiro-san, Loic Minea, Steve Juro, Lama, Dravelmere, Bradley Williams, and then Chris Nipris. Nipris I think he's just readdressed that. He's probably kicking himself so hard right now. Just maybe caught out on cold tyres, unsure. We'll have a look at that in the post-race replay. Anyway, Lee Walker, he has got a little bit of a gap. Norwich not really able to close in on him just yet. As Arasaka and Matt doubles trade positions. We'll see how these guys are going. We're looking at Minea now. He's going to go for a sand. Doesn't quite do it. Has to pull out of it. As now we have Norwich. He's all over the back of Lee Walker. Fires it into the hairpin. He looks around the outside. Angry Oldfella running in very deep as well. Norwich going for the switchback. I think he's going to get the lead. And Ryan Norwich now, the new race leader, ahead of Lee Walker as they tip it in towards to go up the hill and down the first waterfall. So, Norwich runs wide immediately. Angry Oldfella follows him out in sympathy. Justin ReadyX is going to take 3rd from Oldfella. And now he is going to be looking up the inside at some point on Ryan Norwich. But Lee Walker now retakes that lead. So it is a hectic opening start to this race. Opening to this second race, I should say. As they tip it into the second hairpin. Now Arasaka is joined into this battle. He's on the back of Angry Oldfella. Gets a real strong exit, runs very, very wide. That's got to be close to track limits. He's got to be careful. And he's just behind Angry, who's high on confidence after a strong start. And now flashing the lights, Arasaka, as he looks up the inside into turn number 1. Should make this easy. In the background, Minea looking up the inside and double. Oh, he had to pull out of it. Angry Oldfella sticking around the outside of Arasaka, but he runs in a little bit too deep, just gets a little bit unsettled on the curb. And now Matt Double is looking around the outside of Angry Oldfella. Angry Oldfella grabs the curb and that drags him off the track. So, Angry just dropping back now. Lieutenant Lama tries to cover off Juro, and Juro will get better drive out of the first hairpin, and Lieutenant Lama will follow him around the outside as well. He's going to have the inside line for the next corner. Lama sends it in. Great battling there. So Angry Oldfella in the space of only a handful of corners. He drops down to 9th place. That's still a top 10 finish for Angry, if he can hold it there. Meanwhile, back to the front, Lee Walker. He's got Brian Norwich all over the back of him. ReadyX just holding station, and Mashiro-san sitting back there in 4th. The pressure is on this top 3 to start trying to forge ahead. It's only a short race, 15 minutes left on the clock. As Lee Walker just tips it into the second last corner down that hill. Very tricky to get right. Oh boy, now we can finally have a bit of a break. Let's who is going to finish higher? Gee, who can we pick on? Who can we pick on? Who can we pick on? Let me know in chat. Who do you want me to pick on? Wait for chat to give me 2 names. We'll continue to focus on this battle. Lee Walker, he has still got Ryan Norwich all over the back of him. And, oh, Arasaka now suddenly takes the lead somehow. Interesting. Should have just dropped back down there. Must have been a timing glitch. As Lee Walker gets a little bit wide, Norwich trying to go for the switchback up the hill. Norwich Manea. Ooh, that's a good one. That is a very good one. Very good one. I like that. So get your predictions in. Who's going to finish higher, Ryan Norwich or Log Manea? As Ryan Norwich takes the lead. A good move around the outside. Lee Walker fires back immediately with a switchback. But Norwich should have the drive down the second waterfall. And he does indeed. Lee Walker might send it up the inside into this. Great exchange between these two. Oh, Dravelmir's looped it somewhere. That is at the top of the second waterfall, and he drops down to 13th, back to the lead. Good Lord, it's all happening. It's all happening. This is helping a few drivers close in. On the back of this, so Matt Double is closing in on the back of this quartet. Arasaka, the fastest man of the lead 4. In fact, I think Manea's got a bit of damage. He's not very quick at the moment, or maybe he was involved in the incident with Dravelmir. This is great racing from these guys. Top 4, you're looking at them right now. Lee Walker is doing the best he can to impersonate Chris Niparis. Made this focus about 2 trucks wide at the moment. He has been proven to be very difficult to pass. Starting to make me think of a terrier, actually, the way he switched back on Ryan Norwich at the top of the hill here. As we tip into the second double right-hander down the waterfall. Arasaka now, he's got a good run on Norwich. He may go for the switchback heading into the hairpin. Norwich may be awake to it. In fact, he is. He just turns down in front of Arasaka. Arasaka got nowhere to go, so he has to hold his position. Norwich very aggressive over the curve. I think Norwich is starting to feel a little bit of the pressure with Mashiro-san right behind him, and Justin Rediex is there as well. Matt Double and Steve Juro locked in a good battle, but it looks like they might be working together just to close the gap up to Rediex, Arasaka, Norwich and Walker. As we cross the line, 37.3, 37.6, 37.3, 37.4, 37.5 and 37.2. So Juro, the fastest lap, the fastest out of the top 5. Sorry, top 6, my mistake. Oh, I've just missed something. Where's Rediex? Oh, there he is. That's right, we're on board with Norwich. Never mind. Professional strimmer, people. Professional strimmer. Oh, Manea. What's happened to Manea? He's dropped down to 12th. Has he got damage? Wonder if he was involved with Dravelmir's incident. We'll go through that on replay as well. We'll check in with our lead quartet. Oh, this is brilliant racing. What I tell you at the start of the stream, that this track is going to produce some close racing. As we see Arasaka now, he's lining up a move on Ryan Norwich. Oh, Norwich has absolutely slammed into the back of Lee Walker. Oh, no, Lee Walker around, a strong drive from him, and it's all over. Oh, no. That is, that's two, I'll give that 2 bins, honestly. As Ryan Norwich is going to drop back behind Lee Walker to readdress. But that has handed the position. In fact, Norwich is around big time. And oh, look at that. He's actually closed in on he's actually allowed Manea to close in on the back of him. Niparis trying to make a move on him. And And Mania, he's got to try and get past the dump truck that is Chris Nipras's Ford Focus. Certainly is. All Nipras running very wide. That's got to be track limits. I don't think he can make that move stick. He shouldn't be allowed to make that move stick. As now Mania he's trying to squeeze past. Oh, Norwich and Nipras touch going into the braking zone for turn number 1. And Norwich will get the switchback. Mania will follow it through. No, Mania and Nipras touch. And Nipras goes across the track in front of Norwich. Mania around. I think that was a racing incident. Oh, jeez. Nipras I don't know. Can't judge that one. That was just... Oh, Nipras and Mania, now they're still locked together. Nipras trying to give room. I don't know. We might stop watching this battle because I'm cursing my own brother. He's going to be on the phone later, absolutely cursing me for cursing him. But, geez. Yeah, Carnage race 2, not wrong. Oh, meanwhile, Steve Juro is onto the podium. He's just got ahead of Matt Double. Double now looking for a switchback on Juro, though. Battle for the lead is still close. ReadyX has a good run onto the main straight. He's closing in on the back of Arasaka. In fact, he and Arasaka are doing almost identical lap time. So Justin ReadyX is having the race of his night. The night of his life. That's what I meant to say. Hashtag professional streamer. So keep an eye on this gap between ReadyX and Arasaka. It looks like it has settled down. The battle between Juro and Double has also seemingly settled down, but here's a good battle. You've got Lee Walker and Lieutenant Lama. So they tip it into the hairpin. They've got Angry Oldfellow and Corey Williams just behind for company. As we tip into the double right-hander. Oh, here comes Lama. He's got great drive down the waterfall. He's going to be on the wrong side of the track, but we saw Norwich. He was able to send it around the outside, but Lama thinks better of it. And Lee, he is well awake to the dive bomb opportunity there. Tell you what, Angry Oldfellow is driving bloody well at the moment. He is holding station just behind these guys. This is the battle for 5th place. Got Corey Williams going with him and Ryan Norwich just behind Williams there. So got a great battle for the top 5. Juro stepping up the pace, 36.7, fastest lap of the race. ReadyX is just starting to fall behind. Oh, Angry, just be careful of track limits, mate. Please don't get yourself a drive through. Just clipping that curb. He's got to be careful. Williams is going to be in good position for an attack here. So Corey Williams is really having a good night as well. As old Norwich very wide. Yeah, I'd like an explanation for that one too, Yeti. Could you please explain? Mind Goblin quali for this race. Who is Mind Goblin? Oh no, Lieutenant Lama has binned it. Oh, God. Damn it, Yeti! Mind Goblin these nuts. That's good. That's good. That's good. You get a good GG there, Yeti. Might even give you a free sub, I don't know. Anyway, let's check in at the front of this little battle pack. Got Angry still ahead of Corey Williams. Ryan Norwich is trying to brief open the door of Corey Williams. Dravomir is there as well. Sorry, yes, Dravomir is there indeed. We see him cross the line, 39.4, 38.9, 37.2 for Dravomir, so he is the fastest out of this this 3, or this 4, sorry. Oh, Norwich has just dropped off a little bit there. He's probably not as strong into turn 1 as he might like, and that is going to give Dravomir a chance around the outside into turn turn 4, sorry. Mashiro-san is still just pulling away a little bit. Clean race this one. Oh, decent battle back there between Lama, Manea and Bradley. Nicholas just a little bit off the back of Bradley at the moment. As now the gym's track limits focus, he's looking for a move. Might send it here, but Norwich is looking to send it on Williams. Oh, he gives him a little nudge again. Norwich has just got to settle down here, I think, and Williams does go wide, and that allows Ryan Norwich through. Ooh, okay. And that allows Lama up into 9th, so Corey Williams got nudged down into 10th place, just ahead of Lot Manea. Arasaka sets another fastest lap of the race, or at least his own fastest lap. Lot Manea, fastest lap of the race at 36.357, and he looks to be going faster than that again. So 36.2. So Lot Manea, 36.2, fastest lap of the race. He sends it up the inside of Corey Williams. Williams just sidestepping him there a little bit. And that allows Lot Manea back into the top 10. And he is actually not too far from Ryan Norwich, but he's only got 3 minutes to go in this race. I've totally forgotten that this is a shorter race. The gap between ReadyX and Arasaka is still 1.5 seconds or thereabouts, as Manea now pushes up the inside of Lieutenant Lama, drifts it into the hairpin and just fires it out nice and clean. Oh, Norwich now looking up the inside of Angry Oldfella. He's got to play it smart here. Oldfella's having a good night. Ryan Norwich now down the waterfall. Oh, Yeti, thank you for the subscription. Thank you very much. Now, Norwich wasn't able to pry open the door there, but he might be able to pry open the door in the next hairpin. In fact, he fires up the inside now. And does he get it pulled up? He does. And it opens the door for Dravomir to get through too. Manea now, he's up the outside of Oldfella, who might try for a switchback. And he turns Angry Oldfella around. He is going to be back to being Angry Oldfella now. But geez, should be getting, we should be giving him an award of some description, because this has been a great night for him. It's now Norwich. He now holds on to 6th place. He's got a fair way between himself and Lee Walker. Lee Walker's now been closing up onto the back of Steve Juro as we've been watching this battle. As we have 1:20 to go. I'd say we have one more lap to go after this. So for those of you playing at home, see who actually bet on Manea. So we have 2 people who bet on Manea. Piper with 600 go race to the top bet. And then Ryan Ford betting on Norwich with 877. Who's got their fingers crossed the hardest? As Manea now. He now takes Dravomir. Nice little switchback out of the first hairpin. And oh, Norwich gets it wrong in front of Manea. And Norwich is around. He has binned it. He has binned it. And he has actually quit. So, well, that deserves 3 bins. All right. So Manea, that is basically it. So those of you who bet on Manea have some points. Anyway, our leader Mashiro Arasaka. He now starts his final lap. He has got 2 seconds between himself and Justin ReadyX. as they head up the hill. In fact, ReadyX starting to close in again. Got the gap down under 2 seconds one more time. As they head up towards the hill one more time. And down the first waterfall, Juro Arasaka is continuing his winning ways. Came into the season at round 2 at Circuit de Buenos Aires, and after a spirited battle with Justin ReadyX, with Loic Munea, looks like he is about to take his 4th win on the trot. As he rounds the final hairpin one more time. He has backed off considerably. ReadyX, it's teasing him, 1.4 seconds the gap. As they tip it into the final corner. Juro Arasaka, one more time. Winner, winner. Gets another chicken, I suppose. How's the saying go? I can't remember. Anyway, Juro Arasaka, winner of race number 2. That's 4 in a row for the man from Japan. Justin ReadyX home in second. That is a great night for him. 2 podiums in one night. He has got to be thrilled. Matt Double home in third. That'll help his championship hopes. Steve Juro is holding off Lee Walker down the straight, and he holds on to 5th. Lee Walker holds on for 5th. Loic Munea into 6th place. He had a character building race too. Dravelmere home 7th. Corey Williams 8th. Lama in 9th. Chris Nippers recovers to 10th. Bradley in 11th, and angry old fella. Oh, angry. Heartbreak. He was having the race of his night. The race of his life, really. Best performance we have seen from the angry old fella. I think he has the right to change his name from angry old fella to less angry old fella. So he's actually going to slow down. He's going to crawl across the line. He's going to enjoy this. He's on the stream. He cruises across the line for 12th place. So let's head back to this screen here. And then we'll bring up my lovely face. So Juro Arasaka, 4 in a row, takes the win ahead of Justin ReadyX. Matt Double in 3rd. Steve Juro 4th. Lee Walker 5th. A great night for Justin ReadyX and Matt Double. Double will be pleased with strong finishes. Loic Munea, great debut from him. 2nd and a 6th on debut, plus a pole position. And I think he may have gotten fastest lap as well. Dravelmere, he'll be wanting to forget that that 2nd race. Corey Williams in 8th. Lieutenant Lama in 9th. Chris Nippers rounding out the top 10. Over the page we have got Bradley on debut. Not a bad effort from him. He will get stronger as the season goes on. Angry old fella, he comes home in 12th, and Ryan Norwich at DNF. A bit of a shame for Ryan. He was having a strong race, but that's how it is, unfortunately. Driver of race number 2, give it to me. Hit me with your best shot. While I load up a new replay and try and give some sort of context of what happened in some of these races. Matt Double, there's 1 vote for Matt Double. We got anything else? Actually, I want to have a look at race number 2 because that's where we had a fair bit of carnage. Stayed out of trouble, coasted home. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Double, that's 2 for Double. Actually, can I start a vote? Sure, I can start a vote. I wish I could, but I can't. No, just some good rams. All right, let's try and unravel basically what happened in turn 1. It was clean. There was a few nudges though. Oh, no, we've gone too far. Still too far. Still too far. No? No? Here we go. All right. So, nice and clean there. Just a little touch there between Nipris and ReadyX. Then we have 3 wide here between, looks like Mania, Arasaka, and Lama. A good start from Lama. We're going to actually have to jump on board with him for this one. There he is. We'll jump on board with him because I want to see the start. Very, very decent start for... There we go. Had a lot of wheel spin at the initial start of the... Well, at the initial start. Then he's just been a lot braver under brakes. He's got to pick through some of the carnage. And he picks off both Mania and Arasaka before turn number 3. So, not bad. So not a bad lap. Now we're going to try and jump on board with Chris Nipris and find out what on earth went wrong for him at the first hairpin. So he's getting a little bit crowded by double. And he's missed his braking marker by a good solid couple of meters on the curb. And around everyone went. So quickly just... Oh, okay. Let's just fly up to here. So... show this in all its slow motion glory. So Nipris a little bit crowded by double, so that probably put him off-sighted, and he's just had nowhere to go. Missed his braking marker, turned in trying to avoid Dravelmere, and then grabbed that sausage curb. Dravelmere did try to give him space. I think maybe Nipris was maybe Nipris was perhaps practicing for a Wreckfest tomorrow night. In any case, that's all she wrote. I mean, I can understand Drav's frustration here, but I think he could have maybe got off the throttle. But anyway, I think that was all that we really need to look at there. Might actually go on board with... no, that's the wrong... There we go. So we'll find out... Have a look on board what happened between him and Norwich. So, oh yeah, I think maybe a little bit too much ambition there for the young Ryan. Sent it in. You could see he was trying to avoid it, but but anyway, that is racing, unfortunately. Yeah. Let's see. So basically, we've got Matt Double for driver of the race for race 2. I'm happy to give that to Matt Double. So here's the driver of the race for race number 2. Driver of the night. Jeez. ReadyX. Can't go past Justin ReadyX, driver of the night. That was a brilliant... Oh, actually, sorry, no. Angry Old Fella did really well. I think it's tight between Justin and Angry. What are you guys thinking, chat? Maybe give it to both of them. JR and Angry. I like it. Okay, well, I think we may just wrap this stream up here. Don't forget, if you're looking for something to do tomorrow night, don't forget, the second edition of the Shitbox Rallycross Night is on. It's an open server, so if you've got Wreckfest, just look up that name right there. Oh, nailed that pretty good. Pretty happy with that. And come join us for a bit of fun. It will be, if you can't join us, be right here on this channel tomorrow night at 7:30, or just a little bit before 7:30, because that is when we're kicking off. We're broadcasting it. It's going to be great fun. It's going to be awful. We're going to have guest commentators who are going to be driving at the same time. So there's going to be a lot of screaming. It's going to be good. Can't wait. Cannot wait. Other than that, we've got a little bit of a break before our next stream because Shakedown is having a bye this coming week. So it will be next Friday that we'll be back for some Assetto Corsa action with GT Club's Forward Focus Super Cup. Round number 4, sorry. Find out where round number 4 is. Here we are. And that will be at the South Korean International GP Circuit. That is next Friday, the 11th of February. So make sure you hit the follow button. Hit the subscribe button if you reckon I'm doing a good enough job. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're joining us on YouTube. In fact, if you're joining us on YouTube, what are you doing on YouTube? Come and join us on Twitch. It's good. Anyway, we will wrap the stream up. Absolutely fantastic racing all night. Honestly, accidents happen. We see it all the time. It happens to the best of us. But, geez, what a night. I'm going to go have a nice, cool drink to just help my throat. All right, then, everyone. See you later.